Good Saturday evening. I'm certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this March 9th of 2019. It was a bit of an interesting day all across the area. We had to start with thunderstorms, then we had at least a pretty nice looking day all across the area. If you didn't get a chance to venture outside today, this was what the time-lapse out of Indigo Sky from Seneca, Missouri looked. It showed quite a bit of thunderstorms working through this morning, and while the skies looked nice, you definitely saw how that camera was bouncing around throughout the course of the day. That camera was finding a pretty stout northwest and westerly wind throughout the course of the day. Again, everybody had to start with rain and thunderstorms this morning. Even though we had a few random severe thunderstorm warnings, we didn't get anything really in the way of damage. The warnings were actually issued for some quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but no damage came from that. At the very least, where the rain really set up, we saw some areas picking up at least half an inch, if not about an inch, in some isolated spots. But on the average, half an inch across the area. If you didn't see much, more rain is on the way over the next few days, but it was just a windy day on the backside of this storm system. Earlier this afternoon, we had sustained wind speeds between 25 to 35, if not 40 miles per hour. Thankfully, we have seen these numbers back off quite a bit ever since the evening got underway. But those, again, were just the sustained wind speeds. I saw a gust out of Joplin Regional today, topping it out about 55 miles per hour. So the gusts were really up there. In fact, some were close to 60 miles per hour. That caused at least some damage on its own. In fact, I think we ran a news story this evening where we had the Macadoodle sign in Joplin. The wind knocked that sign down from its mount. So again, no thunderstorms this afternoon, but the wind certainly made a mess of things. But again, the wind has calmed down, and we're looking quiet from 7th and Range Line. That view just before the top of the 10 o'clock hour. We had a high 64 after starting at 43 degrees this morning. Actually, the low is above our average low of 36, and we're above our average high of 58 today. About 3/4 of an inch of rain at Joplin Regional for today. And last check at the currents showed Joplin Regional at 43, with it feeling like 36, with the west-northwest breeze at about 15 miles per hour. Note that dew point at 33. As drier air continues to work in, that will give you an idea of where temperatures will end up before we see the sun rise as we head into Sunday morning. So get ready for a cold night across the area. Mid-30s already in Iola and Yates Center, while it's 39 in Fort Scott, 41 in Pittsburgh, 43 in Columbus. While we have some mid-40s hanging on along and south of Interstate 44, you can argue a stray upper 40 or 2, especially Jay at 48 and Bentonville at 49. Doesn't matter where you are on the thermometer, as soon as you factor in that west breeze, it feels quite a bit colder. You can almost take 5 to 10 degrees off the thermometer, so it feels like 26 in Iola, 37 in Columbus, and 40 in Anderson. The Skywatch Storage Tracker, again, nothing to worry about today. We didn't have anything to worry about for this afternoon and evening on the backside of this storm system, other than the wind. On the cold side of the system, you had snow across parts of the upper Midwest and getting closer to the upper peninsula of Michigan, while on the warm side of things, we had severe weather today for parts of the Mid-South and Tennessee Valley, including a few tornadoes around the Tennessee-Mississippi line. You can argue quite a bit of wind damage also for parts of northeastern Mississippi, all because of that same storm system that passed on through this morning. Thankfully, though, as the main low continues to drift to the north and to the east, that's taking the stronger winds with it, so we'll continue, because of that movement, to calm the wind down, leading to a quiet night ahead of us. Other than that, off to our immediate west, you don't see a whole lot going on at the surface, but in the upper levels, we're already watching our next storm system. It's skirting along the California coast, just off the San Francisco and northwestern parts of California, especially around Napa Valley. That upper low is due to change our weather up as we get into the middle part of the week to come. For tonight, though, we're in good shape. Let's say mostly clear for most of the overnight. By the time we hit sunrise, plan on cloud cover trying to sneak back in, but we'll say partly cloudy skies by sunrise. It doesn't change the fact that it's going to be cold to start your Sunday morning out. Most spots will be right around freezing, so 32 for most of you. On the plus side, though, even though it will be quite a bit chillier compared to today, we're looking at a quiet day ahead of us. Partly sunny skies for the entire day, 44 by lunchtime, afternoon highs right around 51 degrees. Everybody north of Joplin, north of 400, should be in the upper 40s to about 50 degrees. Everybody else from that point on south should be easily into the lower 50s with partly sunny skies overall, and again a light northeast breeze for the afternoon. Beyond Sunday, we'll watch that system, that upper level low off to the west of us. It stays away from us again for another day, but some moisture out ahead of it will sneak some cloud cover back in here for Monday. So I'm going to keep things dry for Monday, but definitely mostly cloudy skies. Then we'll see rain chances and even thunderstorm chances too begin to pick up as we head into Tuesday, and all indications show that it will continue as we head into Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday for the coming week, that's when you need the rain gear handy once again. Even with those rain chances, look at the temperatures for both of those days. 57 for Tuesday afternoon, pushing 64 before we see chillier air on the backside of that system. Yeah, that's right. Even though it's March, winter's not over yet, not until we hit about the 21st or the 22nd. So we'll have another reinforcing shot of cooler air sneaking in here. 54 Thursday, down near 30 Friday morning. We'll top out in the mid-40s for Friday and Saturday. Before we see that cool blast work back in here, though, we'll have a nice day tomorrow with highs for 51. Don't forget, before you go to bed tonight, fast forward your clock an hour in advance. We lose that hour of sleep, but we get an extra hour of daylight, so the sun won't be setting until after 7 o'clock, and we'll stay quiet from Monday before the rain chances sneak back in. Have a good night. Have a great Sunday.